John Carpenter's 1988 film They Live is not science fiction. It's a documentary, a stark, unflinching look at the world we live in, cleverly disguised as a piece of entertainment. Hidden beneath a veneer of cheesy special effects and brawling action heroes lies a stark warning, a warning that transcends the boundaries of fiction and seeps into our everyday lives, a message beamed directly into the heart of our perceived reality. They are here, they are among us. They walk beside us unseen and unnoticed, manipulating the very fabric of our existence, and they control us in ways we can barely comprehend. Their influence is subtle yet pervasive, infiltrating every aspect of our lives. The film unveils a chilling truth. Humanity is locked in a cosmic war, a war that is not fought with weapons but with ideas and perceptions. Our enemies are not extraterrestrial invaders with laser beams and spaceships, but something far more insidious. They are the architects of our reality, shaping our thoughts and desires. They are puppet masters, pulling the strings of perception, manipulating our desires and dictating our reality. Their power lies in their ability to remain hidden, to operate in the shadows. This is not a war for land or resources, but for the very essence of our being. Our minds, our souls, our free will. The stakes are higher than we can imagine. We are being held captive in a prison of our own making. A prison built not of steel and concrete, but of ignorance and apathy. A prison that is as real as any physical structure. The bars are invisible yet unbreakable, forged from the chains of our own unquestioning obedience. We are our own jailers, complicit in our own subjugation, but like all prisons, escape is possible. The key to our freedom lies in our awareness, in our ability to see the truth. The first step, recognizing that we are indeed imprisoned. Only then can we begin to break free from the chains that bind us. They Live provides the key, a key that unlocks the door to our understanding, to our liberation. It's up to us to use it. In the film, the insidious truth is hidden behind a simple pair of sunglasses. When worn, they reveal the world as it truly is. A monochrome dystopia where billboards urge us to obey and consume, and where seemingly human faces are revealed to be grotesque alien masks. These masks symbolize the hidden agendas and true identities of those who control our world. These sunglasses represent the shattering of illusion, the piercing of the veil that obscures the true nature of our reality. They are a metaphor for awakening, for seeing beyond the surface. But what is the real-life equivalent of these sunglasses? How do we gain the clarity to see the world as it truly is? How do we tune in to the signal that controls our world? The answer is not simple, but it begins with awareness. The answer lies in the very fabric of our modern existence. The relentless bombardment of information, the constant stream of data that shapes our perceptions, the seductive allure of consumerism, which keeps us chasing after material possessions and superficial desires, and the insidious creep of social engineering subtly influencing our thoughts and behaviors. We are drowning in a sea of distractions, our senses assaulted by a constant barrage of advertising, news and entertainment. This overload keeps us from thinking critically. This is the signal, a carefully crafted narrative designed to lull us into a state of complacent obedience. It numbs our minds and dulls our senses. It keeps us distracted, divided, and ultimately controlled. To break free, we must first recognize the signal and then learn to see beyond it. One of the most blatant messages in They Live is the power of money and how it is used to manipulate society. The aliens use currency as a tool of control, a method to keep humanity in check and maintain their dominance. It's a means of enslaving humanity through debt and dependency, creating a cycle that is hard to break free from. In one chilling scene, the protagonist sees through the illusion, revealing a dollar bill for what it truly is, a tool of enslavement with the inscription, "This is your God." This stark revelation is a powerful commentary on our own society. This message rings truer today than ever before as we navigate a world increasingly dominated by financial interests. We live in a world where financial systems are designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many, creating vast inequalities. We are constantly told that money is the key to happiness, to security, to freedom itself. But is it really? The truth is, for most, it is a shackle binding us to a system that profits from our labor and controls our lives. Think about it. We spend our lives working for pieces of paper that dictate our worth. We are born into a world of debt, forced to work tirelessly to earn pieces of paper that hold value only because we are told they do. This cycle starts from birth and continues throughout our lives. This is not freedom, it is economic slavery disguised as opportunity. The illusion of choice keeps us bound, but recognizing the truth is the first step towards real freedom. In the world of they live, celebrities and public figures are not who they appear to be. They are collaborators, complicit in maintaining the illusion and perpetuating the alien agenda. These figures, with their carefully crafted personas and messages of conformity, act as mouthpieces for the controlling forces, encouraging us to consume, obey, and remain asleep. This theme resonates deeply in our celebrity-obsessed culture. We are bombarded with images of wealth, beauty, and success, presented as aspirational ideals to strive for. Celebrities become unwitting, or perhaps witting, tools of the system, promoting consumerism, superficiality, and unquestioning obedience. Their influence seeps into our subconscious, shaping our desires, our values, and our perceptions of the world. We are taught to idolize those who have achieved material success, regardless of their moral compass or true intentions. Section 5. The long arm of obedience, law enforcement as mind-control enforcers. They Live doesn't shy away from depicting the role of law enforcement in maintaining the status quo. The police, often the first line of defense against chaos and dissent, become unwitting pawns in the alien game, enforcing conformity and silencing those who dare to question the nature of reality. This is not to say that all law enforcement officers are consciously complicit in a grand conspiracy. Many are simply cogs in a machine, following orders, upholding the law as they believe it to be. However, the system they serve is often used to protect the interests of the powerful, to silence dissent, and to maintain the illusion of control. We see this play out in the real world all too often. Peaceful protests met with violence, whistleblowers silenced, and dissenters labeled as enemies of the state. The line between maintaining order and suppressing truth becomes dangerously blurred.
Check 1, check 2, check.
Section 6. Waking up from the dream, a rude awakening. The protagonist's journey in They Live is a violent and jarring one. He is thrust into a world he never knew existed, forced to confront a truth that is almost too much to bear. This is the nature of awakening. It is rarely comfortable, often painful, but ultimately liberating. Similarly, waking up to the true nature of our world can be a disorienting and challenging experience. It requires us to question everything we thought we knew, to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world around us. It means acknowledging the possibility that we have been lied to, manipulated, and controlled. This awakening is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, resilience, and an unyielding thirst for truth. It demands that we shed our preconceived notions, challenge our ingrained beliefs, and open our minds to possibilities that may seem, at first glance, absurd or even terrifying. Section 7. Breaking the chains, resistance is not futile. Despite the bleak outlook, They Live offers a powerful message of resistance. The protagonist, armed with nothing but his fists and a shotgun, wages a one-man war against the alien invaders. He knows the odds are stacked against him, yet he fights on, driven by a primal urge to break free from the shackles of control. His struggle mirrors our own. We too must fight for our freedom, for our right to think for ourselves, to question authority, and to create a world free from manipulation and control. Our weapons are not guns and fists, but knowledge, awareness, and the courage to speak our truth. Every act of defiance, no matter how small, chips away at the edifice of control. Every time we question the narrative, reject the programming, and assert our free will, we strike a blow against the forces that seek to enslave us.
Check 1, check.
Section 8. Spiritual warfare, equipping yourself for the battle. This war is not just a physical one, it is a spiritual battle for the very essence of our being. To win, we must arm ourselves with the tools of spiritual warfare, discernment, intuition, and an unwavering connection to our higher selves. We must learn to see through the illusions, to recognize the manipulations, and to stand firm in our own power. Meditation, mindfulness, and connecting with nature can help us to quiet the noise of the world and tune into our own inner guidance. By cultivating inner peace and clarity, we become less susceptible to external manipulation and more capable of accessing our own innate wisdom. This is not about joining a religion or following a guru. It is about cultivating a relationship with your own inner truth, your own divine spark. It's about reclaiming your power as a sovereign being. Section 9. The choice is ours. Will you join the fight? The ending of They Live remains open to interpretation. Did the protagonist succeed in freeing humanity, or did he die fighting a hopeless battle? The answer, much like in our own lives, is up to us. We are at a crossroads. We can choose to remain plugged into the matrix, passively consuming the lies we are fed and allowing our minds to be controlled. Or we can choose to unplug, to see the world for what it truly is, and to fight for our freedom. The choice is ours, and ours alone. The question is, what will you choose? Will you stand idly by as the world descends further into darkness, or will you join the fight for a brighter future? The time to choose is now.